Sarah, welcome back to my channel. This video is going to be part 2 of this month's Empties. Part 1 was all about makeup and skincare items that I've used up, and if you want to watch that, I'll link it below. Part 2 is going to be more like health, hygiene, and personal care items like toothpaste, soap, deodorant, different things like that. Things that are necessities for everyone but aren't like necessarily makeup or beauty related. So basically the point of Empties is I'm pretty much showing you my trash. I'm showing you the products that I've finished up, and since I finished them, hopefully I have a pretty solid opinion on whether or not they're worth buying. So I hope you find this helpful, and all the products, as always, are cruelty-free to the best of my knowledge, unless I tell you otherwise. So there are a few that I might be a little unsure of, but I'll let you know. So let's go ahead and dig in. So I used up 4 of the Tom's of Maine Wicked Fresh mouthwash, and these are in, let's see, most of them are in this flavor called Cool Mountain Mint, and then one of them is in the flavor called Peppermint Wave. Honestly, they all taste minty, and I don't really see a huge difference, but I do use these a lot, and I have yet to repurchase it. I haven't even been using mouthwash for the last month because I'm just too lazy to repurchase. But I do really enjoy these. They're easy to find. I find them at Kroger, Target, CVS, pretty much anywhere that I shop. So these are a great cruelty-free mouthwash option. Now, Tom's is owned by a non-cruelty-free parent company, but Tom's is cruelty-free. They are PETA certified and Leaping Bunny certified, and I trust that the company is cruelty-free. Now, if you're uncomfortable with purchasing from a company that's owned by a parent company that's not cruelty-free, then that's up to you. But personally, since these are so easy for me to find and they're so affordable, I am going to continue buying them. Also from Tom's, I used up 3 of their toothpastes. 2 of them are Whole Care, from their Whole Care line, and the Whole Care line is, it says, fights cavities, whitening, fresh breath, and helps fight tartar. And these are all with fluoride. I always use toothpaste with fluoride. I know some people think that's bad. I don't really know. But so I do enjoy these toothpastes. And then I also have the Simply White. So it's just whitening and cavity protection. Pretty simple. They all taste great. They work well. I feel like they clean my teeth really well, and I have never had a cavity. So let's hope it stays that way. Another toothpaste that I used up is the Hello Fluoride toothpaste, and this is just a tiny little sample size. I actually got this as a gift from some relatives, this along with the grapefruit mint scent, or not scent, but flavor, and I was so excited to get these. My relatives know that I have, a cruelty-free blog and everything, and I guess I had not been able to get my hands on the Hello toothpaste, because I can't find them in stores near me for some reason. So I was really excited to get these, and I enjoyed this is in the flavor called Supermint, and it's a really good toothpaste. The packaging is adorable, and I hope that my stores start carrying this because I would love to purchase the full size. I also used up the Tom's toothbrush, and in case you weren't aware, it actually is possible for toothbrush brands to contribute to animal testing. Now, obviously, you can't test a toothbrush on animals. There aren't any actual chemical products like a toothpaste or a soap or something that would be tested on animals in a toothbrush. But brands like Colgate, Oral-B, Crest, brands like that are not cruelty-free. So if you buy a toothbrush from those companies, you technically are supporting a non-cruelty-free company. So I was excited to find this toothbrush from Tom's. It has soft bristles, which I like, and that's the kind that my dentist always recommends. And it was a little bit pricey for a toothbrush. I found it at my local Earth Fair, which is a health food store, but I'm sure you could get it cheaper online. So overall, I really enjoyed this toothbrush, and I probably will repurchase it at some point in the future. Alright, I think this is the last dental product, but this is the Desert Essence Tea Tree Oil Dental Floss. I also found this at Earth Fair. I love Earth Fair. They have so many natural, cruelty-free brands there, and this is one of them, Desert Essence. They make a lot of great personal care products like shampoos, lotions, body wash, and floss. So I enjoyed this floss. It worked really well for me. I think tea tree oil is supposed to have like antibacterial properties, so that's kind of cool. And I probably will repurchase this, although it was a little bit on the expensive side. But I looked online, and this is a lot cheaper online. So if I do buy it again, it'll probably be online. I also finished the Nature's Gate Biotin Strengthening Conditioner. This is a vegan product, which is great. And I'm pretty sure that all these products that I've mentioned are vegan, unless there's something that I'm unaware of. But this is a great conditioner. I enjoyed it. It says it's designed for, it says, helps condition and smooth weak hair, utilizing biotin, an array of fortifying amino acids, and are nurturing 7 healthy hair nutrients. This conditioner helps revitalize and fortify thinning hair, which I do have pretty thin hair, so I enjoyed this. I thought it worked well for me. It's sulfate-free, so that's another thing if that's something that you're looking for. The only problem I had with this was that it was kind of a thick formula, so when I poured it out into my hand, there was a little bit of separation in the product. Like, I would get like some watery separation before the conditioner actually started coming out. So I did store it upside down, and that helped a lot. So yeah, but overall I really like this conditioner. I found it at Kroger. This brand is really easy to find, so definitely recommend that. From the brand Method, I used up their Pure Naked Moisturizing Body Wash in the scent Surfside. And I've used this body wash a lot. I've used probably all of their different scents, and I really enjoyed this one. It was just kind of a clean, crisp scent that is pretty gender neutral, so anyone could use this. I don't think it would be overly girly or overly masculine either. So this is great, and Method is all vegan too, so I love Method. They also make great cleaning products, which I use quite a bit. Also from Method, I used their hand soap in the scent called Sea Minerals. And I love their hand soaps. They also have a foaming hand soap, which is kind of a fun change. But so this scent was kind of, let's see if I can remember what it smelled like. Okay, yeah, so it's kind of similar to the body wash that I just talked about. It's kind of a crisp, like, ocean kind of scent. A little bit more masculine, but I enjoyed it. My favorite scent from the Method hand wash line is called Sweet Water. It's such a clean, sweet, like, fresh smell. That's my favorite. So if you're looking for a Method hand wash, I definitely recommend that one. But this was also really good. Any of their hand washes are great. And I find them at Target, Kroger, anywhere. Well, not anywhere. Like, you probably won't find them at Home Depot, but you know what I mean. Okay. Also a hand soap that I used up is the Mrs. Meyers Clean Day, and this is their foaming hand soap in the apple scent. Now, Mrs. Meyers, kind of like Tom's, is owned by a non-cruelty-free parent company, and they are a cruelty-free company. And they make a lot of cleaning products as well, like household cleaning products. But this is a great hand soap. I enjoyed the smell. It would be a great smell for like the fall time. And I believe I found this at Kroger. Okay, the next product I used up is the Certain Dry AM Solid, and I repurchased this time and time again. This is my go-to cruelty-free and vegan deodorant. And now, Certain Dry, again, is owned by a non-cruelty-free parent company. I sound like a broken record here, so if you're not comfortable with that, then you might not want to purchase this. But this is just a traditional antiperspirant deodorant. I know a lot of people are trying to use more natural deodorants without aluminum. This does have aluminum, so if you're trying to steer clear of that, you won't want to use this, but it works well. So far, it's the only cruelty-free deodorant I've found that I actually like and that actually works for me all day. It keeps me dry, it keeps me smelling fresh, and the scent is called Morning Fresh. Honestly, it just smells kind of like a bar of soap, like a fresh bar of soap. So this is also a pretty gender-neutral scent. Anyone could use this. My dad uses this too. So Great product. If you are struggling to find a cruelty-free deodorant, I highly recommend this, and I am able to find it at CVS. Now, Certain Dry also makes a really strong, just like antiperspirant. Now, I don't use that. I don't need that kind of like heavy-duty antiperspirant kind of thing. This is just a regular deodorant, so look for their AM Solid. I also finished the Clear Conscience Multipurpose Solution, and this is a contact solution. I was really excited to start using this because if you didn't know, most contact solutions brands are not cruelty-free. Since it's a medical product, technically, I think, most of them have to test on animals, but Clear Conscience does not. I found this at Earth Fair, and to be honest, it was really expensive there. It was like $9 for this full size. They also had a smaller size that was a little bit cheaper, but I'm like, if I'm gonna buy a contact solution, I'm gonna get the full size because it'll last me a long time. But once again, I was able to find this much cheaper online. So if you want to find this for a reasonable price, look online. So this is just a standard contact solution, and honestly, it worked just like any other one that I've ever used. So definitely recommend this if you are a contact lens wearer. Getting down to the last few products, I used up the Paulas Choice Clear Ultra Light Daily Mattifying Fluid. I should have included this in my makeup and skincare empties video, but I actually used this up, I finished it up after I filmed that video. So I just decided to go ahead and include it here. But I love Paulas Choice products. They are so well thought out, and just like, you always know that what you're putting on your skin is good for you, and it's like designed for healthy skin. So this is the SPF like daily daytime moisturizer that I used every single day underneath my makeup. I didn't find that it made me overly greasy. Now, if I were to not wear this at all, I probably would have been a little bit less oily throughout the day, but I have to wear sunscreen because I'm just paranoid and I have fair skin and I don't want to cause unnecessary sun damage. So I really, really enjoyed this. I'm sad it's gone, and I probably will repurchase it. This is a product that I got in a Vegan Cuts box. It's the Lachey Butter Whips Essential Body Scrub. This is just a tiny little kind of like sample size. So I only got about one or maybe two uses out of it. I used it as a foot scrub, and it was pretty good. I felt like the exfoliating particles kind of like disappeared, or like after I scrubbed it for like maybe 2 seconds, those were gone, and it was just like the oily, like the oils that were left behind. I mean, it did make my feet feel really moisturized, but I probably won't repurchase this in the full size just because, to be honest, I don't really use body scrubs that often anyway. But I mean, it was a pretty good product. Okay, now I'm not sure about the cruelty-free status of this brand, but I received this as a gift. It was like a stocking stuffer around Christmas time, and it's the Andrea Foot Spa, a retreat for tired tootsies, and it's the Soothing Jelly Soak, and the scent is called Lavender and Chamomile. Now, the back does say this product not tested on animals, but I looked this brand up and I couldn't find any information on them online, so I don't know. I'm not going to purchase from them again until I know for sure. This was a really weird product. So it's called a jelly soak, and what you do is I just put it in my bathtub, and then I got the warm water going, and once it soaks into the water, it really does turn into like these weird like jelly type beads, and it felt really good. It felt really soothing. Now, it did feel strange, and for a minute I was worried that it was going to stain my bathtub, but it didn't. So, yeah, overall, really weird. I liked it, but I don't know about whether this company is cruelty-free, so I'm not going to purchase from them until I know. And the last product I used up is a little sample size of the Vanilla Laboratories Vanilla Grapefruit Perfume. And this came along when I bought the La Vanilla deodorant online. By the way, did not work for me, but it also came with this little sample, and I kind of like the smell. It's not a smell that I would ever use like daily, and I probably won't purchase the full size of this just because it's a very sweet smell, and it's a very, like, almost too sweet for me. But, I mean, I liked it, and La Vanilla is a great brand. Their deodorant did not work for me, and I was disappointed because it's such a cute, like, packaging, and everyone loves those deodorants, but I did not. So that is all of my empties for this month, or this few months. And I hope you found this helpful. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments. If you enjoyed, please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!